So let's talk about this movie, Miss Kanyin. So Miss Kanyin takes us into the airy corridors of a Nigerian boarding school where Nigerian folklore breathes new life into horror. The story follows Amara, a girl, a gifted student who, in a pursuit of perfection, makes a very dangerous deal. What she unleashes is more than she bargained for. A vengeful spirit that begins to turn the school into a walking nightmare. Have you seen this movie yet? Let me break it down for you guys. So hello everybody, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as Start5 and also known as TMO5 Kanduko. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. So I am here to give you a small lowdown of the new movie which is now on Amazon Prime, and it is called Miss Kanyin. Let's talk about the cast in this movie. So in Miss Kanyin, Temi Otedola was one of them. Dede, Tolu George, Kanaga Jr., Natse Jemide, Queen Damilola, Aduke Shitabe, Demola Adedoyin, Kalu Ikeagu, Kekpi Ekpeyong, Blessing Onwuke, and Francis Onwuche. You guys, let me break the character profiles down for you and their performances as well, okay? So Amara was played by Temi Otedola, a very beautiful lady. So in terms of her character, she was more or less like a gifted but overwhelmed high achiever whose fear of failure leads her to a supernatural path. In terms of her performance, okay, her performance portrayed drew visible praise. Temi shines with raw vulnerability and silent undercurrents of guilt. Her intense emotional delivery anchors the film. Her father, Femi Otedola, publicly congratulated her recently, praising her, saying there was an amazing work. But the baby fine, sha, with her cornrow. Anyway, Miss Kanyin was played by Dede, and in terms of her character, she is a devoted and emotionally resilient teacher, determined to protect her students and uphold the truth, nothing but the truth at all times. So in terms of Michelle's performance, Michelle brings quiet strength and moral conviction, grounding the horror with empathy. So if you're watching and you would definitely note a passionate portrayal helps humanize the supernatural threat that I kind of like see all throughout the movie. So there are other ensemble casts as well, so which are Tolu George, Kanaga Jr., Nase Jemide, Kalu Ikeagu, and all, and they were pretty much acting like the staff and students who actually provided support for each other, clues, tension, and emotional texture all through. So their performance kind of like creates a very broader, solid backing, creating the atmosphere of a typical boarding school under siege with obviously believable dynamics and reactions, adding depth to the central duo's journey. At some point, there are some things that do not really look natural, but we shall watch it there. I mean, this is one of the maybe that I've watched, but yeah. Anyway, let me take you through the different phases of the movies I actually enjoy. So in terms of the opening and the school atmosphere, so the opening of the movie was spooky, yes, hairy. Then we are introduced to Sterling Academy, an elite Nigerian boarding school, gleaming grounds with disciplined students, whispered rivalries, and the opening song was a correct old school like that, Baby Wala Colombo, and this song was sung by artist Alex Zito. So Amara was played by Temi Otedola. That baby's fine, sha. The star pupil under intense pressure to excel, navigate social and academic expectations, all while we sense a darker shadow looming. There were setups of high stakes environments. There's lots of academic imperfections and perfections in there. I want to score a B, I want to score an A, French, this, that. Okay, let's go on to the next scene that I find intriguing, which was a dangerous deal. Okay, late one night in the movie, Amara stalks through dark hallways. Her face was a mark of desperation. You need to watch this movie, okay? She confronts an enigmatic teacher or maybe supernatural presence, striking a tense bargain. Perfection in exchange for something unspoken. Yeah. In a moment of panic, Amara performs a forbidden ritual tied to an old school legend, Madame Koi. I'm sure you've heard of that before. A vengeful ghost rumored to haunt the school grounds. She makes a supernatural, bargain, academic perfection in exchange for something sinister that she did not even know she was making. Okay, the moment she makes the deal, everything changes. Guys, have you seen this movie yet? You guys need to go and watch it. I'm very, very careful here, so I'm not revealing too much about the story so I don't get a strike. Okay, another scene in the episode was the haunting. When the haunting begins, there happens to be strange occurrences in the movie. There were frequent lights, phantom footsteps echoing in empty corridors, a distant scream. Soon after, strange events start to unfold. hallways were echoing with ghostly footsteps. Lights would just go on and off without anybody touching the lights. The air, students starts to disappear. The air around was starting to get colder, and an invisible presence stalks the school, and everybody starts to whisper, Madam Koi Koi, don't come back. Madam Koi Koi is back. So Madam Koi Koi, an age-old school ghost, awakened by breaking some sacred rule. It was referenced that Madam Koi Koi might was tied to a cursed school tree. So you see that tree some point. I mean, I don't know how they came about that tree, but yeah, you see it. Anyway, so Mrs. Kanyin was played by Michelle Dede, and she's a well-respected but emotionally guarded teacher, okay? She begins noticing the strange behavior around the school and suspects something unnatural is going on, okay? So she started to dig deeper. She uncovers the school's hidden past, stories of a violent spirit linked to the punishment of a student decades ago. She also learns that Amara may have triggered something. So Amara is Temi Otedola now. She may have triggered something that can't be easily undone. Guys, you need to go and watch that movie to figure out what Amara triggered, okay? So another episode I found was investigation and rising tension. So Miss Kanyin and Amara form an uneasy alliance to stop the haunting. They uncovered that Madam Koi Koi was once a strict disciplinarian whose tragic death was covered up by the school, okay? Her spirit now seeks revenge anytime student breaks the rules or summon her out of desperation. The deeper they dig, the more they realize this is not just a ghost, it's a consequence. Guys, I hope I'm not spoiling the show for you guys. You guys need to go and watch that movie, okay? Now another place was the body count and all the escalation in a gripping climax. So Miss Kanyin and Amara confront the spirit at the site of her burial, a twisted tree near the edge of the campus. That tree, through chants, sacrifice, and emotional release, they attempt to banish the curse. But the final scenes leave you and I with an uneasy question. Was the spirit truly put to rest or simply satisfied for now? You need to go and watch it to figure it out. So the confrontation in the Underbelly. So it was like a late night, showdown. Amara and Miss Kanyin descend into an old part of the school. The willow, the locked off dorm, airy whispers abound. The camera swings everywhere, showing us all the things around the school, the floor, catching all the flashlight, the beams, the fleeting apparitions. We were seeing pretty much everything in gory sight. Guys, go and watch it. Anyway, another episode I found was that the twist and the emotional climax. So Amara confronts her own guilt. Yes, she must undo or accept the consequences of her deal. Yes, Miss Kanyin must reveal a past that binds her to the mythology, potentially a lost loved one or failed past student. Okay, so the final moment is tense. Will they seal the course or be consumed? That is for you to find out once you head over to Prime Video to go and watch this trailer movie, okay? Like, guys, it was really intense. The ambiguous finale, okay? They seal something, perhaps reciting a chant or maybe burying an item under the tree or confronting Miss Kanyin face to face with the spirit. You need to go find out. So as the money light reveals a quiet academy, order restored, maybe, but a subtle scare. A creak, a flash of red shoes, a whisper, koi koi koi, suggests the spirit isn't fully gone, leaving the room for a sequel or final haunting. So in this movie now, Miss Kanyin, let's talk about the tones and the themes. So Afro folklore meets academic thriller, blending Nigerian school folklore, Madam Koi Koi, with coming of age and supernatural horror. The core themes in this Miss Kanyin is the price of perfection, silence around trauma, the cost of ambition, framed through a cultural lens. Guys, go and watch this movie, okay? Now let's talk about the high points in Miss Kanyin. This movie is on Prime Video, okay? So the high points are: 1, Amara's desperate bargain. The turning point, Amara, who was Temi Otedola, okay, makes a chilling deal in the school's dark corridors in exchange for academic success. She unleashes the vengeful spirit of Madam Koi Koi Koi, 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 koi. This pivotal scene sets up the supernatural stakes. Guys, you know, at some point I was like, okay, what's going on in this movie? I actually enjoyed it too. Anyway, the second high point was a first haunting. After the pact, strange phenomena, you know, escalated. Flickering lights, ghostly footsteps, and whispers in empty classroom that disturb both the students and, you know, the staff as well. The tension builds as fear grips the academy. Guys, I actually love this movie. I hope I'm not spoiling it for you. Anyway, the third high point that I found was the escalating body count. You know, as the course takes hold, students begin to disappear, you know, disappearing or turning up unalive, you know, raising the stakes and, you know, urgency. Each unalivement, each death heightens the dread and the need for a quick solution, that they need to figure out what is going on. So the fourth high point in the movie was that Miss Kanyin investigation, which was Michelle Dede's character. The steadfast teacher. I love her naturalista here. No, she takes charge. She and Amara dig into the school's past and folklore. So this detective style sequence filled the narrative's emotional and, you know, intellectual drive. Yeah. And then the fifth high point in Miss Kanyin movie is the final confrontation and ambiguous resolution. In an unforgettable climax, teacher and student confront the spirit in a tense showdown. You need to go watch it to figure that out, okay? Buried secrets, chants, items under a course tree. The film ends with a haunting ambiguity. Has the spirit truly been vanished? Guys, you need to go and watch it, okay? You need to go and watch that movie. Anyway, the final word here is this on Miss Kanyin. Miss Kanyin is not just a horror film, okay? It's a cautionary tale about how far people will go to succeed and how the past can actually haunt the present, you know, blending African folklore with psychological suspense. It offers a modern, haunting take on guilt, silence, and redemption. Miss Kanyin, Madam Koi Koi. I believe I watched a movie before where Madam Koi Koi was part of what they showcased in that movie. Guys, do you remember? Let me know in the comment section if you remember. Right, guys, let me know your thought and opinion in regards to this movie. Like I said, the movie was impressive. I love it. It's in a way, the movie, it's not the way they've done the movie, they've not done it in a way that you'll be able to tell what was going to happen next. And I think the folklore tale about it in terms of Madam Koi Koi, I don't know which of the movies I've watched where there was something about Madam Koi Koi as well. If I find it, maybe when I'm editing this video, I'll pop it there. But guys, let me know your thought and opinion as well. You know, how the movie went, well, the filming, the atmosphere, you know, the set of characters that they have. Obviously, I was enjoying Miss Kanyin and her, you know, her beautiful hairstyle, her lipstick, and that red dress she was wearing, and the shoe koi 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 koi. Was it too horror for me? No, but obviously it's one of the best Nigerian movie, which is an horror movie that I've actually watched, you know, by, you know, young cast and crews. I absolutely love it. I love Temi's role in the movie. I love Sammy Ekpe Young. I love his character in there. And who also the father of can't remember the name now. You know, there were lots of characters there. Not a lot, but you know, there were characters. There were not a lot of people partaking in the movie anyway, so it was not so crowded with lots of characters and cast or anything like that. So I love movies that are well done. Movies that it's not until you cast 100 people. I mean, I've watched a movie before whereby there were just 4 characters in the movie. So Miss Kanyin was, you know, is a very beautiful movie. I love the blend of, you know, folklore into modern days, you know, how they were able to mix and blend all of that together. I absolutely love that in the movie, and I hope, you know, let me know your thought and opinion in the comment section. Are you gonna watch it? If you watch it, come back here and drop your thought and opinion and let me know what you feel. Do you think it was a good watch? Do you think no, it was not a good watch? Let me know in the comment section. And if you've watched till now, you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? And also, I'm trying to be very careful here. I don't want to give too much, and I don't want to include any of the clips in the movie in here, because I know there are some producers, if you use any of their stuff in your movie review, yes, this is going to be my first movie review, so if you use anything of their movie in your reviews, they might strike your channel. So I wouldn't want that to happen to me, hence why I'm not putting a lot of their clips in this movie. But with that being said, if you've watched this video till now and you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on your post notification, share this video. Do not hesitate to join my membership, and I'll catch up with you in another video. All right, let me know if there are movies if you want me to review movies as well. Let me know. If I have the subscription for where to watch you, let me know if you maybe want me to start reviewing movies as well. With that being said, I'll catch you guys later. All right, bye for now. Bye.